Let's see, I wake up super early, go buy a dozen donuts and coffee.
Last year we kind of got rained out after putting a lot of time and energy and resources into it. So I think we all had this mentality that we wanted to really go bigger and better this year.
There's a lot of fun aspects to Pride, and then behind that there really is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, I cut my leg open taking off these really heavy side gates for the flatbed truck. They're there to keep everything in. We need them off. Taking that thing off, it gouged the middle of my thigh. I have a scar right in the middle of it now. And that thing kept bleeding all day long on all our costumes and everything. It's not like it was a big deal, but it really was like a reminder of how much work goes into this. And it's not just about getting dressed up in fun clothes and getting drunk. How did those clothes get there? How did that flatbed get there? Where's it gonna go when we're done at the end of the day? There's a lot of aspects that need to be orchestrated, and a lot of people have to come together and not drink or, not get totally shit canned.
I think that as you see these things go by, it's hard to understand just what kind of resources go into it. I mean, we've got a flatbed truck, sure, but we have sound equipment, we have cables, we have staff. You literally have to pick them up. We're up at 5 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday and getting it down to the staging area and putting all the elements together. We've got people that are building costumes out weeks and weeks in advance, coordinating schedules, making sure everyone has everything that they need when they arrive, the sound equipment, making sure everything works.
One of my first Prides, I think it was my first or my second Pride, got tear gassed. I was 14, and it was right in front of Rich's. It got tear gassed, everyone ran, people were having heart attacks. It was just crazy. And then the drag queen got back on the microphone saying, we're not gonna let these fuckers, ruin our Pride. Everyone gathered back around, and I thought Pride was done. And everyone came out, all these people came out of their houses, turned on the hoses, were rinsing each other's eyes, and then Pride continued on after that. It didn't stop. And it was this super strong memory for me of just like, this is what it's about. Like, there is adversity, so what? Moving on. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go past that. And I don't know, Pride is about drinking, it is about partying, but it's also about this giant community aspect of just being yourself openly in public. And yeah, I'm being myself open around a bunch of other people, but it's important just to do it out loud without being like, without hiding some aspect of it, at least for the afternoon.
I have a float because I love the idea of gathering a bunch of creative people together to celebrate who we are. And I take a lot of pride in my brands and what we do for the community, but I actually have more pride in the people that I've met through this process. And these are people that are giving of themselves. They're not doing this for money, they're doing this for the love of it. There's just no greater rush for me than to be surrounded by these types of people.
By the end of that parade route, as soon as we stopped and the music turned off and that float pressed like park, I was done. I sat down in the grass and that was it. I had no personality left. I went home and I slept for 8 hours. That was the end of my Pride.
Well, all you want to do is go in the festival and have a margarita, but you're there on the side of the road. And this year I was there on the side of the road in white booty shorts, tearing down a float and taking speakers down and loading them into a van and putting side panels back onto the truck. So it was quite the sight.